So now we've moved down from the arterioles and through the capillary bed, through the venules, and now we're moving up the other side in veins. So veins collect blood from the capillaries in the tissues and organs and return that blood to the heart. Of course, we're getting larger now, so they're larger in diameter than the arteries. They have thinner walls than arteries, and because they don't have as much muscular structure and we are returning blood to the heart, they have lower blood pressure. Here's that diagram again, so you're never going to forget this diagram. You can see here I'm just trying to reiterate the difference between the arteries and the veins. Arteries will stand up on their own, be nice and round, even if they're empty of blood because of the musculature of the vessel wall, whereas veins, they will actually lie flat if there's no circulation moving through them. Venules are very small veins. They collect blood from the capillaries. Then we move to the medium-sized veins. So these have a thin tunica media and a few small muscle cells with tunica externa with longitudinal bundles of elastic fibers. So their main job is to move blood up and return it back to the heart. Larger veins, so they have 3 tunica layers. They have the thick tunica externa and a thin tunica media. The main difference between arteries and veins, besides the direction of flow and the musculature, is the presence of valves. Valves are in the venous circulation. So remember V and V. Venous circulation have valves. And these are folds of the created by the tunica intima. So on the inside of the veins, there will be small folds and they will perform like valves. And their job is to prevent blood from flowing backwards. Remember, we're trying to get blood back to the heart. And in order to help that to happen against gravity, of course, because we're standing up and walking and gravity is wanting to pull things back towards the center of the earth, we need some things that will help the blood to get back to the heart. And each time our muscles compress, we actually help the venous blood to move back up towards the heart. So here's a good example. So we've got the valves in the vein that runs behind the muscle of the leg, the gastrocnemius. And you can see as the person's foot is flat on the ground, the valves are closed and the vessel is not being compressed. But as the person lifts their heel to actually take a step, that the heel, because the tendon is attached to the calcaneum, the gastrocnemius muscle will contract. That contraction will actually squeeze the vein closed and it will force blood in only one direction because of the presence of the valve, and it will force blood back up the leg.